Hey guys, how's it going? It's Dean here again at theparenthoodblog.com. I want to share with you a couple of keys when it comes to helping your children navigate through intense emotional situations, as well as trying to manage and deal with the actual problem itself. You want to help separate the problem from the emotions that they're going through, okay? So the problem that they're experiencing, which if you're like me, is usually the first thing that you see, and usually you're trying to solve it, But that is separate from the emotions that your kids are going through. And let's say you're kind of looking at your child from this direction, First we see the problem, but what we want to train ourselves to do as parents is to see through that and see what's going on underneath in the emotional life of your child. And you want to separate these things out. And the reason you want to separate those things out in your mind, I believe, is because it may not be the moment to deal with the problem. It may be a moment just to allow your child to manage their emotional life. Now, if you're familiar with the term helicopter parent, right? It describes the kind of parents who are out there today who always are hovering over their children, always ready to swoop down and to save them from life's difficult situations, okay? We call that helicopter parenting. And we're all guilty of it to some degree, but this can be a real problem for helicopter parents because this is what they want to do. They say, oh, the referee made that bad call, I'm going to go talk to them. Or your teacher said this, I'm going to go call them up. Or the parent of the kid down the street said this, I'm going to go deal with that situation for you. And sometimes in the midst of that emotional moment, we're trying to go straight to the problem like helicopter parents, and we're going to go solve it for our kids. And we think that that's going to solve the problem, they're going to stop crying or whatever. And maybe that's what we want. But I want to encourage you, don't do that. And if you're a helicopter parent and you're listening to me right now, really you have to resist the temptation to swoop in and solve the problem for your child. Now, it may be an issue that you need to help your child through or your teen through. It may be. But in that moment of intense emotion, that may not be the time to try to solve the issue. So separate those two things in your mind. Start with the emotional dynamics of your child. Help them work through that. And then later or after they've calmed down or cooled down, then go after solutions to the problem. Okay? I think a couple of those things, if you have some of those things in your mind, hopefully that'll help you through it. Don't make your kids deny what they're feeling. Don't judge the emotions they're going through. And then as you're listening, separate out the problem and the emotional situation. If you can do that in your mind, I think it's really going to help you. And I think it's going to help also give your child more emotional intelligence. I think it's going to help develop them, understand themselves, understand their emotions, put names to what it is that they're going through, and then allow them to manage the solutions after they've dealt with some of their emotional stuff. So maybe that's a little bit deep, but I wanted to throw it out there. Hopefully it's practical for you. So feel free to share the video. Check us out at theparenthoodblog.com. Stay connected with us there. Love you, bless you, bye.